Kid Fury. This is The Read. And we're back again. This is episode 5.
Yeah, episode 5.
Holy shit.
I know, right?
I think we started this like yesterday.
We kind of did.
Oh my god.
It was literally like 3 weeks ago.
It really was. Like, it could have been yesterday. But
oh well.
we just want to say thank you again to everyone who's been listening, everyone who's been supporting. We were recently aware of the fact that we are number 1 in comedy on iTunes and podcasts.
Completely surreal.
I think we peaked at number 3 in overall.
Right. So do you understand what that means? The top rated podcast is This American Life, which has been on for like, I don't know, half my life. And it's an amazing show. I'm not kidding. It's hosted by Ira Glass. It is the best audio show of all time. And we were 2 spaces behind it on iTunes.
Why?
Like, I cannot deal with that. That's unreal. You guys have been so amazingly supportive, and we really...
Big part of the algorithm involves how new you are. So that probably explains it.
Please remember, if you're listening to this and you haven't already, go to iTunes. We will give you links and subscribe to The Read. Leave reviews, rate it with little stars or at, and have fun with this. Thank you.
Thanks so much, guys.
Alrighty, so let's dive on in, as we usually do,
All right.
to our hot topics.
I'm ready.
I'm gonna find a new name for the hot topic section because it's giving me like real whack, like everyday primetime daytime TV show title.
I mean, but they're still hot and they're topics, so it's okay.
Isn't that what Wendy Williams calls hers?
Oh, I don't know.
Girl,
I have a job. I don't have time to watch Wendy Williams.
So, Beyonce.
Favorite person.
We started with Beyonce last week, but I'm gonna give a solid liquid or gas fuck.
Nope.
Beyonce was recently photographed going to lunch at this place I believe is called a Buttermilk Channel in Brooklyn.
Of course it's in Brooklyn.
Right. And she was it was a nice area. I can't remember what it's called. Carroll Gardens. Anyway, she went there and she had lunch with her daughter.
Yes.
Doodoo Ivy Carter.
Ivy, little miss.
And I saw Beyonce Light on Twitter, which is like my favorite Beyonce fan page on Twitter.
Yeah.
I saw them take they posted photos of like some group of friends who like snuck a picture of Beyonce at the table, and I think Blue was in her lap.
Really?
And I was like, somebody in this group died at some point.
And 7 days after that photo, somebody saw the ring.
And Julius crawled out of the TV and fucked them up.
And just rearranged your fucking face. I mean, if you're gonna die, I guess that's a good way to go, but I wouldn't have done it.
Yeah.
No, it's just really, there are certain things in life you can't pay me to do, and taking an unauthorized photo of Beyonce with her baby and putting it online is one of those things.
Absolutely.
Like, you just can't give me enough money for it, which sounds ridiculous because I'm so poor and I live in the ghetto, but
it's only not 3 people that in this entire universe that I really don't want to disappoint. My family, God, and Beyonce. That's it. I don't ever want to piss these people off.
I mean, your family, that's way more than 3 people, though.
I mean,
when you say your
3...
family, you mean like everybody? Do you mean like...
I mean, like my parents.
Your parents.
Yeah.
So your parents, Jesus, and Beyonce.
So 4 people.
It's fine.
If you want to be technical.
I mean, it's okay.
Anyway.
Making sure you knew what words meant. But yeah, I wouldn't do it. Like, you couldn't even pay me enough money to post a photo of Beyonce.
You are so shady.
Ella?
So the point of this story is that after she left the restaurant, some either paparazzi or a fan took another picture of her walking against the car.
Okay.
And you could see her holding Blue in her arms.
Yeah. And
we were forced to realize that this child is like 6'3".
Yeah. So Blue Ivy Carter is about 14 or 15 months old.
Almost 15, I think.
Almost, yeah, because she was born January 2012.
Mm-hmm.
So this person's a little over a year old, yet she is about 4'8" in height.
I was so shocked. I actually had to say no. Like, I don't think this is Blue, because this child has to be like 6.
Well, if her tiny little face hadn't been scrunched up and looked exactly like Jay-Z, I would have said, okay, no, this is a friend's baby.
Right.
Like, Blue is just not this tall. But, I mean, we don't see pictures of her very often. The last time we saw her was in, like, some video footage from Life is But a Dream and God.
And that was when she was, what,
and
like
that was
6
taped,
months?
Yeah, that was taped last summer, so...
I mean, well, I didn't know that toddlers at like even that age can grow so tall so fast, especially when they have tall parents, I guess.
Yeah.
And Jay-Z is like extremely tall in here.
Right. I think Jay-Z is over 6 feet, maybe 6'2" or so, 6'2" or 6'3". I don't actually know his height.
Right.
And I think Beyonce is slightly taller than the average woman.
Mhm.
She's maybe around 5'7" or 5'8". So she's already, Blue was coming, you know, into some people who are already a little taller than normal. But I mean, when you're Blue Ivy Carter and you can have the absolute finest of everything.
Right. You made a comment on Twitter and you were just like,
You
you
don't
have
have
to
to-
remember.
Like
She wasn't like, she didn't grow up eating like Lunchables and
doesn't
like
have
handy
trash.
snacks. Yeah,
Yeah.
like she didn't grow
she
up
doesn't
eating the
eat
shit we
moon
do.
pies.
Koala yummies.
No.
None of that.
None of Blue Ivy
She is at
dining
home.
on the finest of
She's
everything.
eating nothing but like pan-seared zebra nuggets
Yes.
and like southern fried unicorn, and she drinks nothing but the tears of dog angels.
Exactly. Like, this little girl eats organic duck for breakfast. And y'all thought she was gonna be some midget little baby. Like, no, she's obviously above all the other toddlers. So why wouldn't she be that way physically as well? Like, she's
She,
just going
like,
to be taller.
All of her fruit is zapped by Zeus and then picked fresh off of the tree
Right.
and cut up into little slices. Or if she prefers like a sauce that morning, then they just prepare it for her that way. Like, Blue is eating food from Olympus. It's not like,
Angel Gabriel brings Blue Ivy her yogurt and honey when she so desires. Like, and you thought that she was just going to be some, like, it just blows my mind that people were surprised that she was taller than the average child. I knew it. Blue Ivy doesn't have high fructose corn syrup. Blue Ivy doesn't have MSG.
nope.
Blue Ivy doesn't have genetically modified foods like your poor toddler does. So, naturally, Blue Ivy Carter is going to be greater in build and stature than your child.
She looks tall enough to like do like to Dougie, to Tone Wop, to Electric Slide. She's gonna do the Running Man on Keisha Cole's forehead. Like, she's able to do it right now in this very today.
Well, I think
She's tall enough. Beyonce could just let her ass walk.
maybe, but why would you?
She's Blue Ivy.
Yeah. What? First of all, if Blue Ivy wants you to pick her up, you're going to pick her up.
There's no.
And secondly, who would let Blue Ivy walk when there's paparazzi and crazy people around?
I want to see her stomp blood out of the pavement.
Just
Like,
give her a little time.
I want to see her to just drop down low. I want to see her duck walk. I
Okay.
want to see. Okay, I'm being ridiculous.
You're giving this baby a lot, right?
But you know, Beyonce is everything with her signature walk that she gave you on the Super Bowl. Remember when she did the Emporio on Marnie, that perfume commercial,
Yeah.
and she sang Diamonds and she walked. Beyonce is just famous for stomping cracks into your very earth,
Right.
and I want to see how she's passed that gene down.
Okay, but Blue's only 14 months old, so let's just give her a minute. Like, let's just give her some time to get out of, physically toddling around and just let her work on it.
I just love that whenever I see pictures of her, she wants to know why the fuck cameras are in front of her.
I love that every time something happens with Blue Ivy Carter, grown-ass people throw themselves into a tizzy, like, mentally, like, you have already picked up this trait from your mother, dear, sweet, little Blue Ivy Carter. Because whenever your mama takes a piss, somebody has something to say about it. And
Right.
you're following her footsteps.
She's sickening already.
Bless her heart.
I can't.
I meant that in a good way. Normally people say bless your heart, they mean it in a shady way. But I mean, genuinely, sincerely,
Good point.
bless Blue Ivy's heart.
I love her. And I
Yeah.
love Beyonce. All right, let's move forward. Have you been watching Real Housewives of Atlanta?
No, because I just have so many things I would rather do, like stab myself in the vagina. I would rather, just dig in my own eyeball sockets, and just pull my eyeballs out of my face. I would rather do that than watch Real Housewives of Atlanta. But what's been going on the show?
You are so like morbid and just
I mean,
dark
like I just
every week.
you are so dark-sided.
Like we should create like a feature of like Crystal's darkest moment of the week.
Okay, you know what? Fuck you. What happened on that raggedy ass show?
Okay, so there's a character on this show. I don't even know if you're gonna know who I'm talking about now, but her name is Portia, and she's one of this season's newest cast members. She's married to this guy Cordell who played like football or soccer, hockey.
Okay.
I don't know what the fuck she did, but she's been widely known on this season for kind of being married to a controlling, closeted queen.
Oh, okay. So Cordell's in the closet.
Right.
Okay. I see.
I mean, allegedly in the closet.
Well, maybe that's just the agreement they have. I know a lot of gay people who do that.
The point is that they're divorcing.
Oh.
Yeah, so I guess it doesn't matter, does
Oh,
it?
well, why? Do we have a
Well,
reason?
Cordell, the reports say that he filed for divorce, and his reasoning was the marriage was irretrievably broken, I think.
What?
I didn't even know that. Usually it's like, what's the other?
Irreparably?
Yeah,
Wow.
but it said irretrievably.
Okay. So that's a different way to put it.
Don't judge me. I didn't do it. Anyway.
Oh, I mean, so
But Portia always gave me like this girl, you know that girl who was like captain of the cheerleading squad
yeah.
in high
That
school,
bitch.
and she gave like hand jobs in the back of the activity
Oh
bus.
yeah.
And then she like went to college, but then she got kicked out because she was cheating. And then she just decided to go to the club every night and try and find a baller to take care of her. And did. Like a very few
She
of them.
sounds like this is what I think happens to girls when people tell them they're pretty. And they tell them, like, all growing up that they're so beautiful and they're so pretty and they're going to make some man such a happy husband one day.
A
That's
happy
what
wife.
happens to girls.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what happens to those girls. And nobody ever says you're so smart or you read so well or you're really good at math. Like, this
I never
portion
thought
woman
about
is
it
what
that way.
happens. Yeah.
That's a very good point.
Yeah,
But
I see it on Twitter all the time.
she's just like a ditz.
Okay.
Like she at one point said, you know, like something about her little fundraising campaign. Like we do this 265 days a year.
Oh, okay. What about the other 100? You just don't do
Right,
anything?
like she was just like,
Just
you
go to
know.
bed.
I mean, just that was as far as her knowledge of the world we live
So
in
she
with.
sounds really ridiculous.
She's kind of
Is
like
she one of those people who's like really stuck up about her marriage? Like, I'm married and you're not, so piss.
I don't
off.
think so, but she was always very like you could see she tried to be as loyal to her husband as
Oh.
possible, but it's kind of because he treats her like a Pomeranian.
Oh, and he filed for divorce from her.
Right.
Wow.
He was very open about how he didn't really see it for her like pursuing her own career in certain places.
Yeah.
He seems kind of like one of those men who's like, I bring home the bacon and bitch, you need to sit here. And when I get home, your legs better be separated and you better run my bath water because I
Right.
pay the bills in this bitch. So do it.
Okay,
He just
no.
seems like one of those kinds of men. So it was obvious that he kind of had a problem with her, you know, going
Branching
out
out and
and
doing her own
and
shit.
doing her own thing. So, and she's kind of like ditzy. I don't know if she comes for money. So she's just a comfortable like wife of a rich guy.
Okay.
And so now that was his reason or whatever for divorcing her, this irretrievably broken shit.
Okay.
And they're saying that, I mean, I read on funky.eve.com that apparently he's trying to divorce her now because I guess she's going through the contracts for the next season of this show.
Yeah.
So I guess in Georgia, there's like some law where if you're not married more than 3 years, then they can kind of, because they didn't sign a prenup.
Oh, okay. Well,
But if you're not married more than 3 years in Georgia, I guess that like you can somehow switch it around and get out of paying spousal support. So he's
so
trying
if
to
you
make,
divorce within 3 years, then you don't have to pay alimony and
I guess depending on the circumstances.
Okay.
So he's trying to now like, I guess because she's doing the new contracts, he can prove that she doesn't need his money. And because they weren't married for more than 3 years, he can say, oh, well, it's not like she's accustomed to this lifestyle. Like she
okay.
can remember being broke because it was yesterday.
Right.
So if he plays his cards right, he can
He
leave
won't
her
have to
with
pay.
nothing. She's gonna
and
have to
that's
work.
fine. She's
It did
on-
seem very fine to her. I
Oh,
don't think that
she's
she would be okay with it. I'm sure she is.
For the fuck what? You have a
Because
job.
she's gonna have to go back to working at Pets R Us.
So what? You better ask Sheree how she got through it and pull up your britches and get ready to go to work.
Chateau Sheree still looks like a pile of popsicle sticks.
That's right. So you better call Sheree up on her Boost mobile phone and say, hey girl.
She would be the last bitch I want advice from.
No, you need help from a bitch who had to hit rock bottom and ain't bounced back yet. You better call Sheree and say, listen, I know times is about to be hard. How many cans of beans do I need to have in the pantry? Like, you need somebody who can be real with you because shit's about to get rough. It's not like this young lady doesn't have a job. She's on this show, I don't know, for however long.
Well,
But-
apparently they're already looking for new cast members to take
Well,
her place.
if you
That's
have
the
a problem
rumor.
with it, you shouldn't have gotten married in Georgia. You need to take a look at the laws.
Well, they're saying that Cordell, the man who's divorcing her, got caught sucking dick in the park, allegedly.
Pee my part?
Probably.
Probably.
Mm-hmm.
You know that's where it goes down.
Why do these queens think that's a secret?
These closeted bottoms.
And there's also rumor that he's planning on, once his